posts that they are struggling with algebra. Everybody posts all these good things that they're doing.
Dr. Ray Christner says kids are being misled by these so-called highlight reels on social media. Some kids are even going as far as deleting photos because they didn't get the response they wanted. The question now, are we too far gone when it comes to social media? Or is there something parents can do to get a grip on the usage so their kids can get a grip on reality?
If you got a picture that's like 82 likes, might as well delete it.
Jordan Salafia and Maddie Swam are 16-year-olds, and to them, their world revolves around their phones and social media.
My phone basically means like communication to the outside world, I guess.
Same. And if I don't have it for a while, it feels off. Like I need it.
Now, it's that need for their phones that is concerning to psychologist Dr. Ray Christner with Cognitive Health Solutions in Hanover, York County.
Teens that use a lot of technology, 2 hours or more, are more prone to have things like anxiety and depression and sleep disturbance.
Dr. Christner says there are several red flags when it comes to social media usage.
One of the things that we talk about as far as a stressor of social media is what a lot of teens refer to as FOMO, fear of missing out.
And that fear is great enough to keep the younger generations glued to their devices.
Maybe they're not going to know what the latest gossip was the next morning, and they don't know how to then socially interact when they're at school.
Another one of the issues Dr. Christner says he's seeing is social media can offer a very skewed sense of reality. The world as we know it becomes obsolete to some of these kids. Social media becomes their world, which becomes their reality.
No one posts that they are struggling with algebra. Everybody posts all these good things that they're doing. We refer to it as highlight reels, where they watch everybody's posts.
And while they're watching, the thoughts start flowing, and those thoughts aren't always the most uplifting, especially for teens who may be easily influenced by others.
You definitely get a little bit jealous and you're like, wish I was doing that. Or I wish I was with them, or them, just wish I was them.
The self-esteem of a teenager can undergo some serious highs and lows when scrolling through their feeds, according to Dr. Christner.
In some ways, social media has created people as products, and our value is then based on how many likes or how many shares or how many positive comments we get.
Dr. Christner is referring to this as social media currency, where people are basing their worth off responses on social media.
It definitely like makes me feel a little bit better. Like when a pic gets a lot of comments, it makes you feel better about yourself.
If it's a picture of me and I'm only getting 82 likes, I feel kind of offended.
If you open up your phone, 3 hours have gone by, and it's a photo of you, maybe homecoming, and 80 likes. What?
Oh gosh. I would definitely like keep checking my Instagram to like see if it goes up. I would probably be like stressing a little bit, like, why is this getting no likes? Yeah, it definitely like brings down your self-esteem a little bit. Makes you feel a little bit worse.
To avoid those negative feelings, a lot of thought and time go into each of their posts.
It's definitely like if you post like you got a really high amount of likes on a picture and then you post another picture and it's not getting as much likes, it's like,
what did I do wrong?
Yeah, did something change?
But posting the photo, well, that's only the half of it.
And then finally, the anxiety of posting it and seeing like what your comment should be and like what should happen with that. And then it's going through every 5 seconds to check who's liking it, who saw it, stuff like that, I guess.
With phone in hand, the feed's always updating. It can be hard to have a quality conversation with a social media wielding teen.
The older generations, they just never had that, so it's not like they would know what we're like thinking or going through, I guess.
Some parents are finding themselves left wondering what they can do to help build their kid up without using likes and shares. That can be easier said than done, though.
We can always tell our kids how great we think they are, but they're not going to believe us as much as they are everybody else. So it takes time, though, and it takes work. It's not a quick piece. It's getting them to just pay attention to who they want to be and taking steps in that direction.
Dr. Christner says engage in dialogue with your kids. Find something where there is no judgment and there is no blame. He says just do something or talk about something you can enjoy together.
Social media is not a bad thing. Social media is just something that we haven't figured out how to use well yet.
I guess it is a problem how much you always think, like, what is everyone else doing right now?
Now, Dr. Christner says in order to follow social media safe practices, parents can use the acronym TAME. The T stands for taking it seriously. The A is for audit. Dr. Christner says it's important to look at our posts and be accountable for them, good and bad. The M is for modeling good behavior. How a parent uses social media can have a big impact on the way a kid does. And finally, E, engage. Dr. Krisner says don't forget to engage in things that can spark happiness. He also mentions it is okay to take a holiday from social media, as it's good to have a break every now and then. And of course, you can expect more on this story at fox43.com. All you have to do is search social media. Stay with us. Fox 43 News at 10. We'll be right back after this break.